All right, so today we're talking about OpenAI, the organization that suddenly put some of the most advanced AI tools right at our fingertips. So let's just dive right in and figure out what they're all about.
So look, you've probably played around with ChatGPT, right? Maybe you asked it a silly question, or maybe you used it for work. But what's really going on behind that simple little chat window? Because there's this huge, world-changing mission driving it all. The question is, what is it?
Okay, so first things first, let's start with the big one, the AI that pretty much everyone knows, ChatGPT. This is the tool that really put OpenAI on the map for, well, millions of us. I mean, think about what this thing can do. It's like having this super talented digital assistant on call. It can be a researcher, your writer, a coder, a translator, heck, even a business analyst. That incredible range, that's what makes it so incredibly powerful and, honestly, so disruptive.
And here's a perfect example of that range. A student could ask it to break down something ridiculously complex like quantum computing, and it'll do it. But then a developer can turn around and ask it to write actual functional code for an API. It's got this amazing ability to go from the super abstract to the super practical, just like that.
So you gotta wonder, how in the world does it do all that? It really can feel like magic, can't it? But it's not. It's actually the result of a really specific process. So let's crack open that black box and see what's inside.
Okay, so at its heart, a GPT, that's Generative Pre-trained Transformer, is basically a super-powered prediction machine. It has been fed a simply massive diet of text. Think the internet, books, articles, everything. It doesn't think like you or I do. Instead, it's just gotten so good at recognizing the patterns in language that it can make an incredibly educated guess about what the next word in a sentence should be. It's all about prediction.
Now, OpenAI takes that basic idea and refines it even more. So after that initial data dump, they use this special neural network called the transformer architecture. That's the part that's really good at understanding context. But then, and this is the really crucial part, comes the final step, RLHF. That stands for reinforcement learning with human feedback, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Real humans are in the loop, they review the AI's answers, they rank them, they even rewrite them. They're basically training the AI, guiding it to be more helpful, more accurate, and, really importantly, safer.
Okay, so that's the how. But all of this incredible effort, it brings us to the why. Because this isn't just about building some cool new tech products. It's actually driven by a really deep philosophy, a core mission that was there from day one.
So let's rewind to 2015. When OpenAI started, it wasn't your typical startup. Not at all. It was actually a nonprofit research lab. The whole point was to make sure that this super powerful AI would be developed safely for the good of humanity, not just to make a few people rich. Now, they did eventually switch to what's called a capped profit model. This basically lets them get the massive funding they need for research, but it puts a limit on how much profit investors can make, with the rest going back to that original nonprofit mission.
And the people who started it, well, they were some heavy hitters in the tech world. You're talking about folks like Sam Altman, Elon Musk, Greg Brockman, and Ilya Sutskever. They all shared this common and pretty serious concern about where AI was heading, and they wanted to make sure it was built responsibly.
And this is the mission, right there, to ensure artificial general intelligence benefits all of humanity. It's so simple, but that one sentence is literally the North Star for everything OpenAI does. This was never about just building a better search engine. It's about trying to guide the future of a technology that they believe is going to completely change our world.
So yeah, ChatGPT is what everyone knows. It's the star of the show. But OpenAI's work is so much bigger than that. The chatbot is really just one single application of all the deep research they're doing. Just take a look at the scope here. It's way more than just text. They're doing groundbreaking stuff with image generation, with code generation. They're even building what's called multimodal AI, which is AI that can understand text, images, and audio all together. And super important, they have a whole branch of research dedicated just to AI safety. They're actively trying to solve the problem of how you make sure these things don't go off the rails.
A perfect example of this is DALL-E, their image generator. This thing is wild. You can just type in a text prompt, something super creative like a futuristic Lagos city at sunset in cyberpunk style. And it doesn't go find a photo on the internet. No, it creates a brand new, totally original image right from scratch, just based on its understanding of your words.
And it's not just about the products they build themselves. They also let other companies plug into their technology using what are called APIs. So what does that mean? Well, it means a fintech company in Nigeria, for example, can take OpenAI's powerful AI and build it right into their own app. They could use it to create a really smart customer service chatbot, or maybe even a system to automatically detect fraud.
Okay, so where is all this going? You've got text, you've got code, you've got images, all these different pieces of the puzzle. It turns out they're all building towards one single ultimate goal.
And that goal is AGI, Artificial General Intelligence. This is basically the holy grail for AI researchers. We're not talking about an AI that's just really good at one specific thing, like playing chess. We're talking about an AI that has the same kind of general intelligence that a human being has, the ability to reason, to learn, to solve new problems.
And if they achieve that, the possibilities are just staggering. I mean, just imagine it. AI assistants helping us make huge scientific breakthroughs, maybe even cure diseases. Autonomous agents that can conduct research on their own. Advanced robots with real problem-solving abilities. That's the future that OpenAI is shooting for.
And that leaves us with one final and really critical question. Because this technology is moving so fast, the idea of a human-level AI, it's not science fiction anymore. It's something that is